So we made it to Gibraltar, one of the smallest countries in Europe, which is basically this rock over here. We are in Spain right now. There are a bunch of parking lots where you can park your car. This one is like 17 euros per day, 24 hours. It's huge. And from here you can just walk to the border. And from what I read, this is recommended because it can get quite busy in Gibraltar. There's not a lot of room. So it looks a bit crowded over there. We'll try to cross the border, see where we go. It's a bit cold already because the sun is setting. We got here late. Let's go. Good morning. Today we're gonna visit the beautiful Gibraltar, one of the smallest territories, countries and cities in Europe. It only has about
one rock.
30,000 inhabitants on a surface that is less than 7 square kilometers, and it's basically on a rock.
Shall we? Yeah. Although it does have 3 football stadiums and 11 football teams. The rest of them, that's thinking.
Yeah.
And a bunch of monkeys.
It's also the only place in Europe where you can find monkeys.
Better monkeys. Not apes, monkeys.
So last night we spent the night here in a hotel right next to the border. Yes, we are in Spain, but we're gonna cross the border in about 10 minutes. Because that's how close Gibraltar really is to Spain. And then we're gonna explore the entire day. So come with us to see what you can visit in one day in Gibraltar. From the hotel, which was over there, we are walking to the border, which is just in front of me. So it's like a 5-minute walk. In front of the border, there are basically a bunch of car parks. This is where we parked the car. It was 2 euros per hour and almost 17 euros for 24 hours. And it's pretty safe, I hope. Let's see if the car is still there, but I think it will be. And then all of a sudden, everything is super flat. Like the city, this is the Spanish city called La Línea de la Concepción, and then all of a sudden you see a rock. This is the rock. So this is the parking we used. It's called Saint Barbara parking, and we basically parked here yesterday, and after we found the hotel I decided there is no need to move it because I didn't want to stress out with the parking. It's a crowded area around here because everybody wants to get in and get out of Gibraltar, which is, as I said, a very crowded place. So some blogs do not recommend driving in. There are some parkings there, but there's a lot of traffic and you might lose a lot of time getting in and out with the car.
But you'll be getting some pretty cheap fuel.
But it's very cheap, yes, indeed. There's the petrol is almost €1 per liter, which is insanely cheap right now in Europe. It's like 30% less than the cheapest one we could find in Spain, and almost half of what we found in Portugal. So yeah, that's cheap. Cheap. Ain't that pretty? Going up to the rock. A Rocky Mountain guy. Rock tour. This is the most popular thing to do.
It's interesting that we have an official one. So I guess you're less likely to get ripped off.
So we just got in Gibraltar. You need your passport to get in. You have a customs by the Spanish, but it's really easy. They just look at your passport and let you in. Then there's another one for the Gibraltar side. Again, they just take a look at your passport and you're good to go. And then you're here next to the buses. And you can take a bus to the city center, but trust me, you can walk. Might be in luck today. We're gonna see a plane landing, so we have to wait for the plane to land to be able to get to the city. Oh my god. Unfortunately, we missed it, or maybe it was a plane departing. I do not know, but this is the entrance to the city of Gibraltar in the sea, and it's on the runway of a plane. And there is a sidewalk, and there is also a highway, and these are the tourists. So I just heard somebody say that. I just heard somebody say that this is the shortest tarmac to land in the entire world. Yeah. I saw some pictures yesterday. Long time ago, there was a very narrow strip of sand connecting the Spanish territory to Gibraltar. It was basically a road, one-lane road, connecting the two territories, and today here we are. It's a runway. Yeah, it's impressive. It's a great structure. As you walk in, you pass by the petrol station. You can see all the Spanish cars here fueling up, and you can see the rock, and you can see a castle over there. This is one of their main attractions. Fortunately, most of their attractions here in Gibraltar are on the mountain, on the rock. So this might make it a bit difficult for those who have a low fitness level. You can take the cable car up, but you have to pay for the cable car. Of course, there are tours, shuttle that take you up there to see the main attraction point. After a 15-minute walk on foot from the border, you get to this square. Just follow the crowds. And here you have a bunch of restaurants, Spanish dishes and English specific dishes, whatever that is.
Deep fried.
And pizza places and pharmacies and souvenir shops and all kinds of places. Ice creams and agency tours. Yeah.
And most importantly, beer.
Yeah, and beer.
Everywhere.
And if you continue on that way, you'll find what I assume to be their main shopping streets, which last night at 8 was completely closed for whatever unknown reason. But right now I see a lot of things going on, a lot of people here. So yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention, fish and chips is the pride of this great nation that once occupied this land and is now proudly displaying its flag, although it's called Gibraltar,
They
the
did it
nation.
all on tea and fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Completely straight and sober.
I have to say something which is highly controversial. Controversy here?
Controversial.
Yes.
It's a controversy.
I don't know if fish and chips should be considered
Food.
dish, like the national dish of any country. It's like a snack. Like the Spanish call it a snack, and they usually serve it as a tapas, like a smaller plate of food, while drinking beer or wine. But no, the English call it fish and chips, their national pride. To be honest, they don't.
It's about efficiency. You take the potato, you take the fish, you deep fry it, you eat it, you go on with
You
your
get
day.
fat
You go on with your day.
and high cholesterol. That's why they have all the pharmacies around. Okay, sorry. Sorry. So first we're gonna go here to the top with the cable car, and then we're gonna go to the best places here, walking, and then go back here, and then take bus number 2 to get to the Europa Point Lighthouse. So this is the cable car that we are going to use to go to the top of the rock, the famous Gibraltar rock. I will give you a tip. Since Europe is recovering after its pandemic years, traveling has started to go up, and it's basically very crowded everywhere. So if you've seen some of my videos from the pandemic times, it's not the case anymore. So the thing is that we waited in a queue for like 25 minutes just to buy the tickets to go up. There's a ticket to the cable car, and together with the Nature Reserve ticket, which grants you access to all of the other sites, touristic sites such as the castle or the cave. There is also a skywalk. There are a bunch of very nice Instagrammable places that offer a great view. All of them are included in that Nature Reserve ticket, which you can buy here together with the cable car ticket. However, there was a separate queue for pre-purchased tickets, so you can buy those online and then skip the queue to buy the tickets and just redeem your tickets at the office. There was another window for redeeming your pre-purchased ticket, but then you still have to wait to make you to get on the cable car. So at this point, I'm estimating that we waited a total time of 1 hour, which is a lot because we got here at 12 something when everybody was here already, so quite busy. And we only got a ticket to go up. You can go up and then come back down on cable car, but we decided we're just going to go up with a cable car, and then we're going to walk around and make our way down after seeing all the places there, which I'm going to show you now. These are my tips for now. I hope it helps. I will include all the details in a blog post that I will link here to this video. There is also a huge parking lot right by the cable car. So if you decide to drive into Gibraltar, you can park here. It's a paid parking, but it's really huge. And do remember to bring a cap, sunglasses, sunscreen. It's sunny and hot, and now it's just middle of March. In August, probably the sun is gonna kill you at midday. Hopefully not. But it's joking. So we made it after 1 hour of waiting for the cable car to bring us here to the top. This is the top of the rock. Eddie, move. There it is. This is the famous view of Gibraltar. From here you can see this great land, country, territory, and also city fully on all sides. It's not a lot of things going on. On that side they seem to be creating more land on the water, and they just decided to build 3 more sky rises. Why not? their population is increasing, I think. Although they have a lot of people coming from Spain to work here, especially in tourism. Oh, and there are the famous apes of Gibraltar. How are they called, Edward?
They're called Barbary macaques because they wear Barbary.
Berber macaques. And one of them is right over there.
He's a bit of a thief.
He's
He has,
hiding from the sun.
He has hot hands.
But he's
Slippery too.
waiting here because he knows that tourists are coming here to take pictures, because this is the famous view, and he's watching us closely and hoping that you're gonna leave your backpack on the ground so he can check it. And I actually saw that happening earlier with an older man. He left his backpack on the ground and he did not hesitate like the...
I'll describe it. He went, "Hey buddy, do you want a back rub? Here, let me give you
No, that
a
was the
back-"
other one. This one. I'm talking about this guy over here. So he's paying close attention. But you'll see here signs everywhere saying you should not feed them, you should not touch them, you should not pet them, and don't bring any plastic bags or food around them because they will be very interested. However, do know that since we paid the entry ticket for the natural reserve, they are fed by the staff here, so do not worry. They're just how do you call this? They like to steal.
Yeah. We're on the famous rock of Gibraltar, pretty much.
We can see the rock, but yeah. You can
Immortalized in many songs, stories, poetry.
And you can also see the Atlas Mountains of Morocco, right over there. But why do you think the Brits wanted this territory that now they cannot have?
I know that there's a saying about the Rock of Gibraltar, but I don't remember. Because they had a basis here, and apparently it was valuable because you could bring boats, and you can bring like supplies to the war. And secondly, it was valuable because you could bring basically half of everything you find in stores has to come through this channel, I guess, right?
Yeah, this is the Gibraltar Street.
Yeah.
And this is where half of the world's containers and container ships pass by. And we can see a bunch here.
Look, that monkey jumped on.
Yesterday we visited the southernmost point in Europe, which is right over there behind me, that strip of land, still Spain. And actually that's very close to Morocco. From there the mountains looked really, really big, so you could check that video about the extremities of Europe that I just made. And now we are here in this amazing spot, which actually before looking at the map and visiting this place, I thought this was the closest point to Africa and to Morocco, but it is not true. It's actually that one in Tarifa, which is in Spain. Anyway, and another cool thing is that on the other side, from here, it's also Spain. It's called it's a territory called Ceuta, which belongs to Spain. So it's quite interesting. You have Spain, you have Gibraltar, then you have Spain again on the other side, then you have Morocco. So a lot of combinations. Nobody's friends with everybody here. I don't know, very weird. But they all want control of the ships. They all want to control the ports here, and of course this is what fuels the economy, and this is where the money is, so you always want to take care of that. But what I can see from here is that the majority of the port is actually on the Spanish side, not in Gibraltar, but I think that a lot of their money comes from financial services and also from portuary taxes and stuff.
From football.
Not from football.
I just gave some money to buy a Gibraltar t-shirt.
Definitely not from
jersey.
football.
See, they'll be playing in the World Cup soon.
And they're earning quite a few from tourism, but I have a guess that
From the monkeys too.
this is not their main income source.
That was quick. Edward, what happened?
You stole your banana.
From the bag.
Yeah.
It jumped on the bag. Explain.
Well,
Yeah?
I gave you the banana.
Yeah?
You saw the banana.
Yeah?
You came over here.
Here.
You tried to take the bag. I tried to throw it at you. And you stole the banana.
You jumped on the bag and you dropped it. That was so violent.
Yeah.
So actually, it was over there.
So the view over here is
The ape, the monkey, it was over there, and it saw us taking something out from the backpack, and when we took it, he just jumped right at us. And then I tried to put it back, and I grabbed it, and look, oh my god, got destroyed. It took it took the bag on the floor, and then opened the zipper, and then stole the banana, and then jumped over there, started eating it. And now he's done. And he's gonna attack somebody else. This one is more violent than the other. Another warning that these monkeys are very smart. I had to change the battery pack on the camera, and it's right over there. And it was watching us, and it was like lifting the head to see what I was getting out of the backpack, and licking its lips like that. I am not inventing it, making this up. This happened.
I'm now traveling with this.
And earlier we were laughing at people like, oh, they left their backpack on the ground, but we were the only ones to get attacked. I don't know. I think we have underestimated the monkeys.
You know,
Apes.
because you started eating the banana and you tried.
Yeah, but it was
You
nobody
tried
there.
putting it back. It was already there. It was trying to take the bag, so I took it, and I thought it was trying to jump on me, and I went, okay, I'll just throw it back. And when I threw it back, it just launched in the air, and it hit the bag, and it took the banana, and
Yeah.
it walked away. And after he ate the banana, he came back for the rest of the bag, and
Yeah.
I grabbed the bag. I wanted
scary.
to hit it, but I thought,
Yeah, no.
not
We're
good.
going for a cave now. Let's go.
Not good to hit.
But maybe this one is slightly more. Oh my god! Yeah, it's looking at us and licking its lips. Okay, I'm gonna give you another tip. I'm starting to feel a bit hungry, but this is just not the place to eat, because they can feel when you get food. Like, they know if you have another object in your hand, they don't care. But if you have food, oh my god, they're gonna feel it, smell it from miles away. I don't know, it's just gonna suddenly appear. So do not do that. Eat before you get here, or eat in a restaurant. They're everywhere. So after we got like 10 meters away from the tourist point where the cable car leaves you, you have to show your bracelet for the natural reserve, which is extra.
I can't believe you tried eating a banana next to a
monkey?
Gibraltar macaque.
Oh my god, they're everywhere.
Look, these guys are
like,
eating grass.
Like digging.
That guy feasted on
They're
bananas.
like 10. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Yeah. So now I get the sign at the entrance. They say inside the building, no food from the outside, because they want to make a profit. And you cannot eat outside your own food to make a picnic, because you're going to be basically attacked by these creatures, which are lovely, but all they want to do is steal your food and jump on your backpack. And if you're scared of wild beasts, then don't do that, because now we are looking out for them and seeing them everywhere. I'm a bit terrified at this point. The view is nice, but I'm afraid they're gonna jump on my head and steal my sunglasses or camera or a cap or whatever, and I'm very hungry. I'm afraid. They have like this special sense where they know you have food in somewhere.
It's not a special sense. They just saw you eating a banana.
I was not eating the banana. I was attempting to get it out of the backpack, and
You were
it saw
holding
it.
a banana. The moment it saw you holding a banana, it didn't hesitate. It just rushed. And I just thought like, it's a tiny monkey. I'll just hit it on the head. And I thought, I don't think you can hit monkeys on the head over here. So I tried getting the bag, but it was...
Too late at that point.
they're very swift creatures.
Yes.
So the first thing to do after you enter the reserve on this hilly ground is to go on the Skywalk, which is a glass platform that offers a great view over the other side of the Gibraltar, where not a lot of things are happening. It's actually really steep. So yeah, but it's really cool because you can step on glass, and yeah, it's a very nice place.
And this is the Skywalk.
The wisest thing you can do on Gibraltar Rock is take out a banana and put it on a rock
Definitely not. No.
and wait to see what happens.
Okay, more about Gibraltar. From what I'm hearing, a lot of people are confused. I was also confused. Let's shed some light on that.
Okay, so it's had a long history. Everyone's fought for it because it's this trading route. Right now, it's sort of part of the of Great Britain.
It's not part of the Great Britain.
It's sort of
It's dependent territory, but it's separate.
right. It's dependent territory, but it's a country. So it plays football in the qualifications.
But it's also a city.
But it's also a city. They discovered that it was made a city in the 1800s, but they forgot about it, and they made it a city again. And it's also helped by Spain, because a lot of Spanish workers come here because you need a lot of people to actually man a city that has an airport and a port and everything else.
Touristic facilities.
So
and
to
transport.
recap, Gibraltar is a country, it's a city, it's dependent on Great Britain, and it's unofficially pretty dependent on Spain. And as of now, it's actually negotiating a deal whereby it could be made part of the European Union again, because when Great Britain left the European Union, Gibraltar left with it, essentially. So right now, when you want to cross into Spain, which is just a street away, basically you have to show your passport, and it probably gets iffier if you actually have to bring goods in, anything like that. So, in a nutshell, that's Gibraltar. It's 7 square kilometers big. That's it. And it's a rock.
But they didn't want to leave the EU.
Yeah, they had a referendum, and the Gibraltarians, which are like 30,000, said they wanted to stay in the EU. 90% said they would. But they couldn't because they are dependent on Great Britain, and everything around here looks like it's London, basically.
But they're still separate.
But it's so separate.
Point is St. Michael's Cave. Luckily, I just ate a snack, and the monkey over there did not hear me. There's a cat here, but looks like she's been through some stuff poorly. So as you walk in the cave, you will see it's a miracle the way this cave looks like, and they install some sort of display on the rocks. There are all sorts of colors, changing sounds. It's a whole experience of the senses. So the upper of St. Michael's Caves have been known for over 2,000 years and has been used for various purposes, such as a stronghold in the 18th century, a hospital, and during the World War II for storing ammunition. It was only in 1942 that Lower St. Michael's Caves was discovered accidentally by the Royal Engineers while driving a tunnel into the lower reaches to provide a secondary exit to the upper cave. The cavern was discovered with several chambers which may have been sealed for 20,000 years. The cavern is of extraordinary beauty. This extraordinarily beautiful cavern is remarkable for three reasons: the size of the main chambers, the profusion and variety of calcite formations, and last but not least, the lake of crystal clear water, nearly 40 meters long, estimated to hold over 150,000 liters. So the fact that they have an amphitheater here in this cave is pretty amazing. I'm not exactly sure what kind of music or shows are they hosting here, but it's amazing. And yeah, I think we have some caves like this in Romania, but this is definitely a must-see if you're here in Gibraltar. I mean, Europe has similar caves, but this is very impressive.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's amazing. And tell me about that story. You know that people here, they still don't know how they got the macaws, the monkeys?
Yeah, so there are a bunch of legends.
Yeah.
There was written there. One of them was that the cave was actually a secret passage to Africa, and the macaws, they come from Morocco. They don't know how they got here, so they thought that there's this passage, and the monkeys
through the
crawled
cave.
through it. Yeah, and another one was that it led to hell, that it was infinite. There was another one about some soldiers dying here, but they never were able to find any human bones. But they were able to find a bunch of rooms that apparently are here for thousands of years. So you can only imagine what happened here.
Nothing. It was mostly sealed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we took a selfie with the macaws, with the monkeys. These ones were pretty inoffensive. They were just chilling, grooming themselves. They had a bunch of babies. Everything was pretty chill. And you should not be afraid of them. They're basically everywhere. I can give you an example. I asked a stupid question at the tourist information office, and I said, "Oh, where do we need to go to see the monkeys?" And the lady there said, "Oh, don't worry, they're everywhere." And she was right.
What else happened with the monkeys?
We already said that.
Oh.
They stole a banana.
Will you miss the monkeys? Because I don't think
No.
they're there.
It's nice. It's an interesting thing, but no. Another great popular attraction on this mountain is the Windsor Bridge, which is a very nice bridge, offering great views and a great photo opportunity. However, I want to state one of the rules written here. It says, well, of course, no running, no jumping, but bridge should not be crossed when there are macaws on it. Very important. So indeed, this is the bridge and it looks amazing. You can take amazing pictures from here, and of course your photographer can walk on the side of the cliff taking pictures. It's pretty amazing. This pressure bridge has a total length of 75 meters, which is the equivalent of 7.5 double-decker London buses. Again, there are a lot of cables, steel bars, and everything that supports this amazing place. Look, we found another friend. This one was eating grass from the side of the wall. So basically they're very well fed. However, there's a sign here saying that if you feed them, you might get a fine of £250. This is the Apes Den. This is where they get fed. Please be advised that the macaws may react aggressively, confined along this stretch of steps. Jawel. So after seeing these macaws, these apes sleeping around here, this is by the way place they get fed, I think they look rather similar, and I do not want to offend anybody, to some sort of homeless individuals of this mountain. So as we are walking down on this very steep road, just realize that all the taxis and tours that they're gonna offer you to take you up and show you the places, you have to stop. Like, there's a way up and then there's a way down, so there because the roads are very narrow, they wouldn't have been able to pass one another otherwise. And you also have to pay attention to the cars all the time and the scooters. And there is a recommended way, which I think was best for us, to take a cable car up to the top and then work your way down and seeing the main points. Right now we are almost at the Moorish Castle, which is another highlight of this rock. And after that there are a bunch more, but basically the entire place was a fortress. They were trying to defend it for economic reason, part of the Commonwealth, stuff like that. So there are basically a bunch of ruins that belong to the military. As I was saying, you have to watch your step, make sure you don't get killed by any of the cars. Also, as I mentioned, now once you go down, you start seeing more private properties and trees and not so many apes. So I haven't seen apes in a while. These are the World War II tunnels. Unfortunately, these are closed right now, but I think they're under renovation, and they will be open once you get here in summer of 2023 and beyond. But right now it's still winter, so I have spoken too fast. There is an ape right here by the Moorish Castle, and Eddie just mentioned something very interesting.
It was on the top of that building that it was shaking.
Yeah, but the thing is that they seem to only wait by the touristic points.
Oh yeah, that's
It's very interesting. Yeah.
Can I say hello?
Yeah.
Hey!
Where are you from?
From Gibraltar. Where are you from?
Romania.
Swear. What's that, for YouTube or something?
Yes.
You vlog?
Heavy that,
Want to be famous?
famous, heavy.
Thank
Have
you.
a nice trip.
Thank you.
Bye.
It's really nice to see that locals are super friendly and they enjoy being on camera. So the girls just stopped by and said, "Hey, we want to say hello." That was really nice of them, and they're from here. This is our last stop for the day. This is the Moorish Castle. This is actually the castle that you're gonna see once you step on Gibraltar land. It's visible, I think, from almost everywhere and anywhere in the city, and it looks like a medieval castle that's quite well preserved. Let's step in.
So this is the largest Moorish castle in Andalusia, and you can it's made out of cement blocks apparently, and you can still see holes in it from the sieges, because it was sieged so many times. Most of the holes are from the 14th century, look over there.
So after you visit the Moorish Castle on your way down, if you're taking the same route as I did, then you afterwards you exit the nature reserve and that's it. However, have to mention this, you might want to visit the nature reserve or to walk up to see all the attractions and
Instead
then walk
of taking the cable
and then walk down instead of taking the cable car
that?
to take you up to the top.
Why is that?
Because you can reach the top on foot. It's gonna take you a while. It's quite steep, but there's a road and also it's free. Otherwise, a cable car is £16, which is the same price for the nature reserve, which adds up to £32 per person. And given that
How long did you wait?
given that the touristic season has started, it might take you at least an hour to go up with the cable car. And if you ask Google, it might say that it's gonna take you like 30 minutes, but depends on your fitness level. So yeah, but there are a bunch of guys and taxis that they wanna convince you to try their
Business.
take their bus or shuttle to go up there, which might be more comfortable but definitely more expensive. Anyway, the cheapest way to do it is to do it on foot by yourself. Just walk up and pay for the nature reserve, which includes all the attractions, which is only £16, and you can pay with card. So one last stop during our day here in Gibraltar on this one-day itinerary suggestion is to take the number 2 bus, which looks like a normal bus. It's a red bus, and you can take it from the main road next to the main square where all the restaurants are. So you can take the bus to reach Europa Point, which is a lighthouse right at the end of the peninsula of Gibraltar. Here is where the rock ends. It's rather flat, and you have this lighthouse. I really wanted to come here because this is the famous lighthouse. This area is called Europa Point. On the other side you can see Morocco. Not as close as from Tarifa, Spain, but really close. You can see the Rock of Gibraltar. There's a bus here and stop a bus here. There's also another stadium here in Gibraltar, which is very tiny, but they have like 3 stadiums, I don't know. They also have a bunch of cannons left over from the wars. Anyway, this was our day here in Gibraltar. I hope you enjoyed. Don't be afraid of the monkeys, but do not eat in front of them. Do not feed them human food.
Especially not bananas.
Because it's not good for them. They're trying to keep them alive, because the legend has it that the day the monkeys will be extinct from Gibraltar, this land
Gibraltar
will be ruled by the Spanish, and the Gibraltar people do not want that. If the Brits ever leave them, they want to become their own nation, not ruled by any other nation. So this is what they want to do. Let's hope for the best. The monkeys will try to steal from you, but luckily they're only up there. They do not come in the city for whatever reason. I haven't seen any in the city, and this is it. Now let me know, would you love to come to Gibraltar? I find it fascinating. It's definitely one of a kind country. They have monkeys, they have Spain as a neighbor. They kind of belong to the United Kingdom. You can see Morocco from here, and they're a huge port. And also they do a lot of financial services for other people from other companies, from other countries. You do what you have to do to survive, and also they manage to keep their monkeys alive. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.